Let's look at the Disclosure Forms tab. You'll see it here on the left, close to the bottom of the page, labeled Disclosure Forms. Click it and we'll open it up. This particular Setup tab won't get used very much as a loan processor. This is mostly used by loan officers and LOAs for generating initial disclosure documents. This Disclosure tab, in a similar way, often isn't used by us. There is the ability to generate forms in here, but it would have to be set up beforehand. Ask your supervisor if you have questions about that. What you will use a fair amount is this Forms tab. A lot of these documents are often used and common things that you might need to generate on a file. Let's look at an example of one now. This Search Documents button will search all the available forms you can generate and filter them by what you enter. A common one I have to do a lot is the Patriot Act form. See, I type in Patriot, and then it's going to filter it down to the items that are there. Here's my Patriot Act form. If I click it, it's going to pre-fill a number of the items for me already and let me fill in the rest manually. You'll see up here, I have the default name of the document and the borrower. If there's multiple borrowers, this drop-down will let me select the borrower I want to fill this information with. For this one, let's fill it with some dummy information. This borrower, D123456789, we'll say issue date is 5/20/2010 and expiration date 1/20/30. You'll see that in this particular form, it fills in the completed by and the date automatically. Any of this information you enter in will be saved on the form that you generate. You see up here, it's the Generate Form button. When you click this, it's going to give you the option to name and classify some of this information. For this one, I'll note Initial Submission. I'll leave the general form name the same, and the classification is correct. When I hit Generate, it'll generate the document, and now I have a couple options. I can download a copy of it to save in a folder on my desktop. I can turn this into a needs list item for the borrower to complete and e-sign electronically. We'll get into that a little bit more later. Or I can just exit out. Any of these forms that you generate out of this will automatically get added to your Documents tab. So if you jump over, you'll see here's the Patriot Act form I just added, and it still has that information I filled in. Another common one you might generate is the 4506 for requesting tax returns. Same as the other forms. You click on it, it'll automatically fill in some of the information, and we have the ability to type in the rest here and generate as needed. If you have any questions, please add them in the comments below.